Hey guys, this is Fernando Crisantos with From the Ground Up, and today we're going to be discussing sale-leasebacks in industrial buildings, which are a very common phenomenon that we're seeing in the market. And I believe the reason for this is because of, I guess, if you look at a sale to lease analysis, sometimes businesses would prefer to have the cash hands-on and invest in their properties and scale their business versus buying real estate. And a lot of the property owners that we've been speaking to bought the properties 7-10 years ago when the average price of the industrial building in Orange County was around $120 to $150 a square foot, and now we're seeing industrial properties trade at $200 to $250 per square foot. So essentially doubling in price. And when they bought their business, it made sense for them. Of course, they benefited from the appreciation of the value of the property. And right now, it's a good time. We're at the top of a market and the top of this bubble. It's a good time to cash out, sell it to an investor. Investors pay premiums to have good tenants that have a track history of growing, that were able to buy their own property as well. And they love these investments. We'll pay 4.5%, 5%, 6% cap rates to acquire these properties and hold the asset for long-term value. And what this allows a property owner to do is, again, to scale their business, buy other investment properties, because maybe that industrial pocket has maximized its growth potential, especially with cannabis being a big hot ticket item right now. I definitely do believe that those properties are a little bit overinflated because it pushed a lot of potential users out of the game and competing, because these marijuana guys are going into like Santa Ana or Long Beach and different parts, and it definitely put users out that weren't having that use out to other cities like Stanton, Garden Grove, which I think was a big role in it. So if FedEx is doing it, if Six Flags is doing it to scale their business, I definitely think it's a great idea for an owner to do it. I'm just gonna read a little quote from a New York Times article titled "Cash Hungry Companies Turn to Leaseback Deals." This is written back in 2009, so it's something that's been going on for a long time, and I think it's even more than then a lot more relevant. So it talks about how so the sale-leasebacks were part of a strategy to get out of the real estate business, which is not a core business or interest of our company, said an AT&T spokesman, Fletcher Cook. So if you're in an industrial building, cutting sheet metal or manufacturing or storing goods or something, and real estate is not your business, you got lucky, you paid down a nice amount of your principal, now you have an asset that you can take to continue growing your wealth. And as people have gotten older and retirement's at the target of a lot of people, it's a perfect time to do a 1031 exchange, perfect time to buy something more stable like apartments that doesn't depend on you being the performer or even that market, something more steady. Again, apartments, some retail, some office. Industrial is great too. A little more risky depending on where you are, but there's always going to be a shortage of housing. And there's always going to be a surplus of people wanting to rent, especially if we keep populating at the rate that we're going in the world. Please let me know what you think. If you think there are other factors that could be affecting why people are doing sale-leasebacks, there's millions of factors. Those are just some of the bullet points I wanted to get across. And if you have any questions about your property, what it's worth, how we can create a plan to do a 1031 exchange, or find you another asset, or find you a plan that suits your needs, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm Fernando Crisantos. Oscar Vargas is here to help as well. We have an office of amazing, talented individuals, and we would love to put something together for you. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you on the next one.